Hi everyone, I'm Daniela and welcome back to Black Cat Kitchen. Today we're making a no-bake cannoli cheesecake. All of the beautiful flavors and textures of a cannoli without all of the hard work of deep frying those shells and filling them all with a piping bag. And better yet, because this recipe is no-bake, you can throw it together, pop it in the fridge, and not have to think about it until you're ready to serve. Let's get into the recipe.
You'll find a list of ingredients and measurements in the description below.
This recipe can be completely made by hand, but I'm going to take the easy route and use my food processor to crush up my biscuits, chop down my pistachios, and my chocolate chips.
Start by crushing 350 grams of Digestive biscuits. That's about 3 cups of Graham Cracker Crumbs, if that's what you want to use. Once they're ground really fine, add in 1 tablespoon or 7 grams of cocoa powder and 1 teaspoon 4 grams of cinnamon. This mimics that flavor of the cannoli shell. Give that a quick pulse. Once your biscuit crumb looks like this, add in 113 grams, half a cup of melted butter. And give that another mix. Of course, you can do this part by hand. When it's ready, your mix will have the consistency of wet sand, so when you press it against the side of your mixer or bowl, it will hold in place. There are 2 sides to the bottom of a Springform pan. One side has a little divot in it, and that sits the most naturally when you close the pan. The other side has a raised edge, and I actually prefer to make my no-bake cheesecakes on that side because it slides off really easily when it's chilled and comes out of the fridge. I'm going to cover the bottom of my pan with some parchment. To get the bottom piece to sit properly, press the bottom piece up with your fingers from the underneath. Once it hits that ridge, lock in your Springform and you're good to go. Make sure your parchment is nice and tight by giving it a little tug. Then pour in your biscuits and start pressing it up the sides of your pan. Try and keep it as even as possible all the way up the sides and on the bottom of your pan. Once it's mostly even, use the bottom of a flat glass to really press the sides and bottom into place. Now you should have a nice smooth crust. To make this a cannoli cheesecake, we're adding in 100 grams or 3/4 cups of pistachio. You want your pistachios to be finely chopped. I'm going to give mine a few pulses in the food processor. Once they're chopped, I'm going to reserve about a tablespoon to decorate the top.
Pistachios are optional in this recipe. If you don't like them, leave them out.
I'm going to do the same process for 100 grams or 3/4 cups of chocolate chips. But if you can find mini chocolate chips, they'll work even better and you don't have to pulse them up. Now for the filling. Into our mixing bowl goes 600 grams, 2 3/4 cups of cream cheese at room temperature. To this, add 500 grams or 2 cups of ricotta cheese. Give this a little mix until the cheese is combined and nice and creamy. Sift in 80 grams, 5/8 of a cup of powdered sugar. This cheesecake isn't very sweet, so if you prefer yours a little bit more sweet, bump up the powdered sugar just a little bit. We're adding in 1 gram, about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Once your powdered sugar has been completely combined into your cheese, add 8 grams or 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 100 milliliters or half a cup of double or heavy cream. You'll want to make sure to scrape down the sides of your bowl to make sure it's completely mixed together. And once you know you've got a good mix, go ahead and add in your pistachios and chocolate chips. Give that a good stir until they're thoroughly distributed throughout your cheesecake mix. Once everything's really well combined, start dolloping your cheesecake filling into your prepared crust. I like to fill mine from the center and spread outwards so the crust doesn't pull away. Carefully spread your filling all the way to the edges.
This will go into the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours, but it's even better if you leave it overnight.
Now that the cheesecake is set, I've just whipped together a little ganache to decorate the top. 1 part chocolate to 1 part double or heavy cream. Heat your heavy cream in the microwave, add it to your chocolate, give it a stir, and decorate. And of course, we need a little pistachio flourish. Before opening your spring pan, run a butter knife around the edge of the outside of the crust. This will help to make sure none of your crust has stuck to the edges. All that's left to do now is cut a slice and enjoy.
If you're looking for a baked dessert, check out my Nonna's apple cake. And if you're looking for something a little more handheld, why not try my perfect chocolate chip cookies? Thank you so much for watching, and please be sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos. See you in the next one.